Now we have a New Jersey native and Rutgers University grad, Orrin Evans, a Grammy-nominated pianist and composer, is debuting his one-night-only musical drama about author and activist Frederick Douglass, which premieres on November 2nd. Orrin, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Great to have you with us. So, Orrin, tell us about this show and what inspired you to create it.
Well, actually, I'm working along with Anthony Knight, the writer of the piece, and I was commissioned to do the arrangement, the musical arranging, and I'm really excited about this piece because I come from a theater background. You mentioned Rutgers. My father taught theater at Rutgers before I went there, and my mother was an opera singer. So putting this piece together, along with the beautiful story of Frederick Douglass, is just a dream come true that I didn't know I ever dreamt about, but it connects me back to my history with both my parents. And I'm really excited that Hudson Hall and Anthony Knight asked me to be involved in this.
So, can you give us a little bit more of an insight into who Frederick Douglass is and what inspires you regarding him?
Well, actually, the piece was inspired by a record that Anthony Knight was listening to of Opera North, which was a black opera company, and that my mother was actually a member of, and he was listening to spirituals, the record that that Opera North put together, all the spirituals, and from Balm and Gilead to I'm a Running, and so many great spirituals, and it inspired him to write this piece and then bring me in to add the music and accompany these opera singers. So it's really just in the way that I look at it, is as if Frederick Douglass had a CD player in his house, and this is the music in the background. We know Frederick Douglass didn't have a CD player, but had a CD player. Music in the background is this beautiful spirituals and what inspired him in the conversations that he's having with himself, actually. And as a son of a writer, I'm really identified with that because my father would be writing and I'd walk in the room like, who are you talking to? And realize he was talking to himself, talking about the characters he was creating. So this is really just a day in the life of Frederick Douglass with the music that possibly would have accompanied him if he had a CD player.
So, Orrin, you talk about those traditional spirituals kind of interweaving with Douglass's words. Which songs were selected and why?
Well, there's 9 different spirituals, and they're all from that record that Anthony was listening to while composing the monologues for Frederick Douglass. So I can tell you some of them. I'm a Rollin'. There's a Balm in Gilead. There's a bunch more. Just all. I'm going blank on the names of all the spirituals that I should know, but it's a collection of 9 spirituals that all of you will know, because if you listen to any of the spirituals growing up, and it's just some beautiful pieces. And these singers, this is going to be my first time meeting them. Actually, I've never met except on a Zoom call. So that first rehearsal, we're going to get together and go through all of these beautiful pieces.
So, Orrin, how do you think audience members will react to this show? What are you hoping they will feel as they're listening?
I'm hoping they feel, I have a weird, maybe it's not so weird, but I have a weird thing of wanting to go into a time machine, maybe like Back to the Future, and just see, what was happening back there. I do it on my own block. I'm like, what was this block like 40 years ago? So if we do this correctly, everyone in that audience will feel like they have been transported back into the 1818, when Frederick Douglass was here, and transformed from the set, from the music, from the monologue, from the costumes, everything. I just hope that everybody gets in the time machine and has a good time.
It sounds like a lot of fun. So if somebody wants to go, where can we learn more info and get tickets?
You can get tickets. You can go to hudsonhall.com, and everything is on there. This premieres November 2nd. Hudson Hall is a great organization. I performed there as a musician several times, but never like this, never with so many other elements like theater and singing and the costumes and all of that. So I've never done it, but you can go to hudsonhall.com and check it out. We're going to have a good time.
All right, pianist and composer Orrin Evans, thank you so much for coming here on the New Jersey Morning Show. We appreciate it.
Thank you.